Welcome to Winnipeg, Manitoba. This is the final game being broadcasted here in Winnipeg for the NRL's West Hub this weekend. Our final broadcasted game right now between the Edmonton Rush and the Saskatchewan Heat. Both these two teams played just this morning, so a quick little rematch just a few hours later, and we're expecting another good game tonight. This whole weekend has been full of excitement, top competition, and some great wins and some great goals. I'm Tegan Rasha alongside Miles Blackhead.
Thank you, Tegan. Yes, we're looking forward to this matchup between the Rush and the Heat. Rush coming off, a couple of losses this weekend. They're still looking for the first win of the season, so maybe today's the day. Maybe this is the game they put it all together and get in the win column.
Maybe their last one, best one, hey? They just played Saskatchewan a few hours ago, so they know this team very well. There's no team they know better at the moment. Saskatchewan won that game 9-2, and we saw quite a few goals from the Saskatchewan team. Madison Ryan getting a hat trick, Sam Scarr, defender, getting Tool, and Jenna Carter getting 2 herself.
We have the standings for the NRL West. BC Thunder 13-1 on a roll this weekend with 3 victories. Edmonton Wham, Saskatchewan Heat, which we'll see right away, they're 9-8 in 3rd place. Calgary Wrath 8-5. The Manitoba Herd 6-9. Rocky Mountain Range 3-11, and Edmonton Rush that's 0-9. But a rookie-laden team, this Edmonton Rush team, and now obviously there's some growing pains happening this season. So only, I guess, looking up for the Rush.
And in the National Ringette League, most provinces are lucky just to have one team. Now, Alberta has multiple teams, but Edmonton, a city, has 2 teams. So great for the sport to see this growth, and it will just take a few years, and this team will be back up in the standings.
With the scoring this morning in the game with Saskatchewan, some of their players have moved up the leaderboard of the National Ringette League scoring league. Madison Ryan is now in 22nd spot. Lauren Schohofen is in 30th, and Jenna Carter is in 31st. Their goalie, Holly Cozen, is 4-2. I'm not sure if she's starting tonight. We'll take a look down to the end and see. I believe she is, so she's looking for her 5th victory.
Here in Winnipeg this weekend, we had 4 teams. We had the host team, the Manitoba Herd, Saskatchewan Heat, Edmonton Rush, and the BC Thunder. So 8 games in total this weekend. We've been broadcasting 6 of them. In about 10 minutes, BC and the Herd will be playing their rematch game on one rink over. So we'll keep you updated on how that game is going. But for now, it looks like the girls are huddling in front of the net, having a little pregame pep talk.
We're looking forward to this match as the Rush, like I said earlier, is looking to get on the win call into the win column. It's been a great weekend of Ringette. Some excellent one-time shots, some good goaltending, and some tenacious checking in the neutral zone, limiting teams' chances to break into the offensive zone with speed, which is key to this game.
Now, the Saskatchewan Heat team has really developed throughout the season. We're about halfway through, but as you can see the scores from some of the teams they played on earlier in the season versus now, they're getting more points and they're making these wins a little bit more dominant. So they're starting to peak at the right time as we head into Nationals in March.
So that earlier drone shot showed sunny Winnipeg. It is sunny today, but it is frosty out there. Some blizzardy conditions in and around the city. So inside the rink, we're going to heat some things up. Play it, love it, live it at the Canadian Ringette Championships, March 29th to April 4th, 2026, Ottawa, Ontario. Get your tickets now. The officials have blown their whistles to get the game started. We're just waiting for the national anthems to be played. The Heat looking like they're all ready to go, standing on the blue line, helmets off. Rush taking a little longer to get ready, but we anticipate a fast start to this game.
Well, these girls, there's a lot asked of them for these hub tournaments. There is 4 games just in 2 days, and in the NRL, there are 4 periods of 13 minutes each, so it is a lot of playing time. Mostly these teams have 3 full lines, but with that much playing time in that short amount of time, it is taxing on the body.
So far, we've been lucky. I don't want to jinx it, but this weekend seems to be relatively injury-free. We've had a few girls go down, but pick themselves up and get to the benches, so that's always good to see. Like I said, with all those games in a short period of time, that can be a little bit of fatigue can set in, and that's when injuries tend to happen.
And for teams like Manitoba and Saskatchewan, they played last weekend.
We have the Edmonton Rush to my right in the gray jerseys. The Saskatchewan Heat in their white jerseys. They are to my left. Rush is the home team. The Heat is a visiting team. We have Cozen tending the net for the Rush. And we have number 1, Katie Granson-Willard in goal, starting off for the Rush. The Heat, being the visiting team, starts the game off with the free pass, and again, alternating period possession at the periods. So Rush will get it in the second and fourth period, and the Heat in the first and the third. There is the opening free pass. Saskatchewan takes it down into the Edmonton zone. Quick pass to Schoenhofen, couldn't quite corral that pass. Play is in the Rush zone. Tied up along the boards. Conrad looking to get it down into the Saskatchewan Heat zone. Gets it deep. Nice bounce pass off the boards. Number 66, Ashley Stevens with the Rush. Circling around. Off the top. Scores! The Rush open up the scoring with a quick goal. Just less than a minute into the game. Ripped home by number 19, Katie Dorinka. A great start for the Rush.
Yes, a huge moment for Edmonton, starting off so strong. Less than a minute into the first period and already on the scoreboard. This could be their comeback game, Miles.
Quick shot, top left-hand corner.
I'm sure Saskatchewan's going to come out hot, though, now, wanting to get on the board themselves and tie the game up.
Ringette dropped it off to McCrae, who had a shot to the lower left. Was stopped. Quick little back flip on the goalie from close. They're trying to work that play in close in front of the goalkeeper. Bouncing ring. It's picked up by the Heat. Scores! Top right for the Heat. Right back in it. Less than a minute after the Rush opened the scoring, the Heat answer back.
We've seen these quick response goals all weekend long. It's always back and forth. We see these teams responding when they feel that pressure.
Ava Linkletter, number 7, gets it at the top of the slot. Little move upstairs. No chance for the goalie on that one. So 2 quick goals, 2 great shots.
Top left corner seems like it's a spot this game.
Come the Heat. Roykin. Up in the center zone to Benson. Benson dumps it down. Some hard work on the boards. Rush come up with the ring. Looked and gained center zone. Forster gets it in the middle. Dumps it in. Picked up by Roykin. Up quickly. Takes the return pass from Stanish. Going in. Scores! We've seen that before. Give and go. Defender coming out of the zone. Gives it a quick pass up to the forward, the neutral zone. Keeps up that momentum. Gets the ring, and in the middle, fires it home.
A very quick response from the Saskatchewan team right there.
On her knees, sliding into the corner. Slides it home.
And staying out of the crease, too. Just missing it, making that goal. Goal number 2 of the game.
Fast and furious action here. 2 minutes into the game. 3 goals already scored.
And that goal scored by number 9, Jordy Voikin, a defender. So nice to see some points scored from all positions here this weekend.
Rush with the ring. Loses it in the just over the free play line. Reason for the stoppage, the shot clock went off. Saskatchewan was on a break. That's a bad break for them, but again, that happens once in a while where that clock goes off.
And one thing I've already noticed in this first period is the Rush is playing man on, including out these center ice free passes. You don't often see that. You normally see these defensive teams set up more of a zone coverage. This man on, though, could be their strategy for this game.
Quick pass down to the left corner, just missed. Out come the rush. Touched in the center zone, so it's okay. Heat circling around. Look for a pass. Here comes 93 Ryan. Give and go. Carter tries for the left corner, but denied. Ryan at the top. Little back pass. Schoenhofen, number 2 to Ryan. Ryan looking for some teammates in the middle. Strong, aggressive forecheck. Ryan gets the ring. Across. Scores! That cross ice pass moves the goalie over. Out of the way, just a little too far. And Carter slips it home. Far left-hand side. 3-1 Heat.
Jenna Carter had 2 goals this morning when they previously played the Manitoba Rush. We'll see a replay now of her 3rd goal of the day.
Has not stopped where she started this morning.
She's a veteran in this league with her 4th season with the Heat.
Rush with control, looking to answer back. Shot just sails wide to the left. Out come the Heat quickly into the neutral zone. Gaining possession with a dump in the attacking zone. Yernick cycling with the ring in the left-hand corner. Gets it across, picked off by the Rush. Rush quickly into the center zone. Yernick from the Heat quickly on it. Linklater tried to pick it up for the Heat, was unable to. We had a crease violation, goalkeeper ring for the Rush. Rush attempt to get it deep in. We got a break here. Linklater doing well to keep the ring from touching her skate, and keeping her eligible to play it. She's circling around. He with it in the corner. The Heat are circling around looking for more. Crease violation, Rush ring.
Looking for that reset, but ended up being a turnover for Edmonton.
Quick on it. Strong checking in the neutral zone. That's Shelborough for the Rush, number 8, trying to get in deep. To Sarin, number 3. Shot on net for the reset, sharp angle. Well to do that. Cozen dishes it off. Always great for the goalies to give a nice pass out for the defenders to leave the zone with. Makes their job easier.
It's a nice double teaming work by Saskatchewan right there. 2 on, and they were able to get that turnover.
Carly Butts makes a nice hard check. Now in the attacking zone, we have Beeland. Natalie Beeland with the ring. Passes it off, goes for a change. Pass across by the captain, 93 Ryan, but shot on goal. Wooler corrals it and keeps the rebound to a minimum. Out come the Rush. Dumped in by Conrad. Picked up. Rush now with control. Herbert with the ring. Runs out of space a little near the goal line and crease. Crease violation. Saskatchewan ring. Out come the Heat. Up ice to Schoenhofen, one of the leading scorers on the team. Across the Scar, number 11 coming in. Cuts to the middle. Loses control. Picked up by the Heat. Carter back to Schoenhofen. Spinorama move. Rebounds back into the crease where it's settled down and brought out by the Rush. Long pass up to Bluen. Bluen gets it into her teammate. Conrad looking for some space. Penalty coming up to Saskatchewan on the play. Rush is pulling a goalie. They're looking for a bit of 4-on-3 action.
We've seen some goals from this 4-on-3 positioning this weekend too, so it is possible if they can get that ring moving and create some openings. Get a nice shot sometimes.
Well, back pass, just missed the target. Rush still in possession of it. Controlled by the Rush.
Snagged by Jordy Boykin.
Causing a stoppage of play. Number 2, Shane Hofen is in the box for 2 minutes.
See a check that just got a little too high right there.
That happens. Rush looking for that pass out front, just failing to connect. However, the Heat through the crease a little bit, causing a stoppage of play. Rush controls possession.
Another good chance for Rush to set up a nice offensive play and capitalize on this power play.
They have Stevens out on the ice, along with number 3, Marcy Surin. Kilbrew is cycling up high to try and find that empty space. When the players are in motion, it makes it easier for them to kind of hide in amongst the players and then find that, like I've mentioned before, the soft area on the ice. If their teammates are aware of that, they lay it in there and they skate into that ring and fire it home.
So the Rush trying to set a pick on that one. It didn't seem to work. We had some interference calls this weekend with some moving picks. Always a fine art to master.
It is. Conrad passes it up. Gets the ring back. Strong along the boards, keeping control of the ring for the Rush. Dancing around that free play line where there's extra checkers, you always have to be careful about that area. In tight. Posen with the save. The Rush on it. Get back, control back. We have another penalty. Body contact to the Heat, putting them 2 down for 51 seconds. The Rush will have a 3-on-2 penalty. You can see here the stick got into the feet and down the Rush player went. So we'll see if they can take advantage of this, Tegan.
In Ringette, 3-on-2, a huge advantage. You're always leaving someone guessing, whether the defenders, the goalie. But ring movement and keeping possession is crucial.
A Rush on it. A little bit of back and forth. Seeing if they can draw the defenders out. The defenders are back fairly deep, so we'll see if they take a shot from the top. Still trying to work that bottom shot to the right. Just sailed wide. In the slot, good save by Cozen. Gets the mid out on that one. We have Gunther at the top of the triangle right now, looking for some space. Backhand pass. Score! That nice little backhand pass. Rush get on the board again. 3-2 on the power play at 3:31 of the first period.
That's exactly what you want to see in those 3-on-2s. You got that ring movement going on quick, fire those one-timers, really capitalize on those 2-in-the-box situations.
Quite a sharp angle, but elevates it up, top right-hand corner.
We got a 1-goal game now. It's 3-2 for Saskatchewan against the Edmonton Rush here in the first period.
Number 2, Schoenhofen with the ring, off the free pass at center. Gives it a nod, drops off for Scar, gets a little give and go. Back to Scar, scores! I think that was a little bit of a set play. I saw a little nod of the head from Schoenhofen when she was looking up at Scar, and I think that's a set play where she says, I'm giving it to you, I'm going to this spot. You just watch it here. Here it comes. She gets it and puts it the right side of the net. No chance for the diving goaltender Woolard to make that save.
Scar is a defender, but she's been on the scoreboard a few times today, getting 2 goals this morning, so they must have some plays up their sleeve that involve their defense.
Rush trying to answer back. Cycling in the attacking zone. Chelaburo with the ring. Danica scores! Left-hand side, quick shot. Nicely done by the Rush. Come right back. 7-3 at 2:52 of the first period. 1-goal game. I think we're in for a bucket full of goals this game, Tegan.
Oh yes, it's 3 minutes left in the first period, 3 periods to go. That goal scored by Katie Duryanka. This is her second of the day. She wants to get that first win for her team.
I think this is one of those games where you say first team to 10 wins. We'll wait and see if that comes true. Saskatchewan on the ring in the attacking zone, looking to establish their 2-goal lead. It's number 88, Standish, with the ring. Fires a shot, picks up the rebound. Standish is on in the attacking zone with number 20, Benson, and number 4, Beelan. They're working the ring around, trying to get it in there, but it's broken up by the Rush. Rush head out of the zone quickly. Bluin dumps it in. Down for Conrad, who loses the ring. Two minutes for body contact coming onto this one. At 2:05 of the first period, that's a penalty to the Rush. Stepped onto the ice from the box. Did not give any time or space for the defenders. You'll see here in the replay. Come boom. Down she goes.
That was quite an intense hit, it looked like there.
Yeah. Just got to that space a little too late, and no time for the attacker to move around. You must do that. Give them time and space. No time, no space that time. Double whammy. Out come the Rush. Looking to get possession. Scar loses it at the line. It's maintained possession by the Rush.
Looked like it could have been both sides right there.
The ring on the line is all good. Ring's passed up. Ryan looking for the pass, a little behind the back pass to Beelan, number 4. Top, gets it down. Beelan's going off on a change. Ryan looking for some help, gets it from the bench. That shot is just ripped wide by number 8, McCrae. Rush back at it. Number 9, Voikin. Takes a look, puts it off into the corner, back across to Ryan. Ryan looking for that shot. A little bit of a drag shot to the right-hand corner, not a lot on it. Woolard easy enough to control to the corner. We have a ring going over 2 lines. Rush can't play it. Heat pick it up. Right back up the ice, looking for more. Picked off. Nice check by Ryan. Here she comes. Nice dish. Great save. Robs number 2 Schoenhofer from putting another one in the net. Probably the best save of the weekend be seen by our goaltenders.
Easily. That was quick. She was keeping her eye on that ring. Moving
down
it
and
just
out.
the right time.
We have the end of the period come up, and I see we have a penalty coming. A hooking call to the Rush.
Let's take another look at this crazy save. Probably the best one of the weekend, as you said, Miles. It's one of those goals as a forward you think it's going to be a shoo-in, and the goalie snagged.
Look what I have, Grandma. I've got the big blue cookie in my glove. Makes a great save. Her partner congratulating for that great save.
Add that one to the highlight reel.
That's right. And Tigger, you mentioned about the ring being on the blue line. That's one of the rules of Ringette. So when the ring is placed on the blue line, once I pass it on to the line, my teammates can take it from the line and go forward with it. That line is considered to be in both zones. I can't take it and keep going because then I've taken it across line. So I know players sometimes they hover around not knowing if they could take it or not. My advice is always take it, let the referee make the call. So you'll see some of those at this level. These players are a little bit more knowledgeable to rules. They usually don't hesitate. They just take their ring and go. And again, they let the stripes make the call. But here's some highlights from the first half.
And to think in just one period we had 7 goals scored. So we have like a whole game's worth of highlight goals right now, and it was just the first period, so expecting a lot more of these top corner goals throughout the next 3 periods.
And with all those goals right near the end of that period, that save was highlight reel for sure.
Now, when these two teams first played earlier on in the season, they were 1-goal games, and this morning it was 9-2 for Saskatchewan. So they, as we mentioned, Saskatchewan really developing this season, getting some bigger wins. But right now it's a close game, so we'll see how this game plays out. Can Saskatchewan pull ahead again, or will it remain tight and exciting?
About to start the second period. Lead official is going to give us the all clear. I've got Kozin to my right. There's the whistle, and we're off. The Woolard to my left with the Rush in gray. Rush get possession of the ring. In the attacking zone, Ryan from Saskatchewan. Good check along the boards. Little back pass up to Scar, to Carter. Carter, get back to Ryan. No goal. That little extra move by Carter took her into the crease. The referee was right on that line to make that call.
And right now, this is when Saskatchewan wants that extra goal. Getting a 2-goal lead would help pad their score just a little bit more. For now, just being a 1-goal game, could be anyone's game.
Rush, dump it down into the zone. Taken by Saskatchewan. Showing up a nice little path, good pickup. Over top of the net.
Looking for some redemption.
Looking for some, yes, just a little high. Wasn't going in the crease a second time. The Rush on it now. Looking to tie things up. That's Sarin with a little back twirl. Ring scoots to the corner. Shot clock is winding down. Rush looking for a reset.
Rush doing a great job in the offensive zone, even with somebody in the box. With some shorthanded offensive control, trying to get a goal here.
Kozin dishes it off. Defender had a little bit of trouble as that pass kind of got in her feet to start with. Off the left wing, cycling around the net. It's the Rush. Hard shot, saved by Kozin. Saskatchewan in the crease.
Now 1 rink over, BC and the Manitoba Herd are playing their rematch game today. It's playing at the same time, so unfortunately can't broadcast all the games. But we did get a chance to watch them this morning.
Rush on the free pass. Get a shot off. Picked up by Voikin. Voikin advances the ring. Yernick. Down into the corner, gets a return pass back. Tries to sneak through the Rush defenders, gets squeezed out. No space for her to go through. The Rush trying to get it up quickly. They do. Pick that. Here we have a break. Here we come, the Rush. Great save by Kozin. Keeps the pads down for that low shot. Shuts the door. Rings tied up in the corner. Rush will get a free pass.
And those breakaway opportunities happen in such a split second, and normally you have a defender right on you, so you have to decide, are you going to take a shot, or you can do that deke, and when you do a deke with that speed, you always got to watch out for the crease.
I think Cheterborough, the number 8, was wary of that and took that shot maybe a little earlier than she wanted to. Rush trying to score off the free pass. We've seen a couple goals off the free pass.
It's always impressive at this league when you're able to get that goal off the free pass, because you already have so many people in front of the net and the goalie, and they're all anticipating a possible shot. So to get it through that many players, always an impressive goal.
You see the Rush do here. She takes it through. Moves in the half circle slightly to get a better angle, and players are allowed to do that. The free pass circle is divided in half. Your team can stay in your half of the ring and move around without going outside. So teams will do that sometimes, one side or the other, to get a better angle of the shot or for a pass. We have the Heat looking to get out of the zone, but not. Intercepted by Durenka. Looking for the Hattie. Sneaks through Kozin, but she's able to dish pan that one back out. Rings put up on the side. Bedson, nice pass. Spots the open. Scar had a little trouble getting that ring off the stick. With that spinning, it climbs up the stick. It's hard to get off. That just couldn't get the ring to settle.
Saskatchewan having a lot of good opportunities this game.
Shot fired off the blocker. Right back out. Standish. Up to Beelan. Beelan trying to go through. And down she went, but it was a slash that occurred as she was trying to drive through the triangle.
Yesterday we spoke with co-head coach of the the Saskatchewan Heat, Mel Brockman.
Right there is that slash over top of the stick.
And the coach, Brockman, says she's happy with how the team's doing right now, and they want to focus on that consistency this weekend, making sure they're catching their passes, getting the ring through the neutral zone, and offensive opportunities like what we're seeing this game.
Sounds like that's happening, as they were victorious this morning, and then they're doing well this game as well. So here out of the corner comes Ryan. Tried to make another great save by the Rush goaltender, keeping her team in the game.
It's been a lot of games for Saskatchewan in the last only 8 days. They had their hub tournament last weekend. Normally in the NRL, we only see one hub tournament per month. So 2 in 1 month is quite a bit of ringette, especially with these games being so lengthy. And 4 games normally a weekend. So 8 games in about 8 days is quite a bit. And they seem to be doing just fine, though.
Jenna Carter sitting in the box for 2 minutes for body contact. Got a little aggressive on that check. See the Rush looking for that shot again, seeing nothing. Pass it off to the corner. Gunther passes it off to her teammate. Herbert looking for the pass. Gets it. Right hand side. Nice little backhand dump pass out into the neutral zone. Here comes Voikin taking the pass from Brian. Tries a cross pass, but the Rush were there to break it up. On the boards, cross. One-timer, right side. No chance for Woolard on that one, as it was a one-timer off the far right side boards, cross ice. Again, getting that goalie to move is the key to those shots to the far side.
That's Voikin's second of the game today already. We're seeing a lot of Saskatchewan players getting a few points in each game this weekend, so lots of production on their side, definitely moving up the points column in the NRL League.
5-3 for the Saskatchewan Heat now over the Edmonton Rush. 7:55 in the second period. We have 7:55 left in the second period. Rush on the attack. Ashley Stevens with the ring. Cycles around. Little drop pass for Bluin. Back to Stevens. Cozen made that save. Wasn't sure where it was. Felt it, but couldn't find it. Good goalies know that. They have a sense where the ring is. Bluin with some forecheck pressure. Bird Butts asking for the pass across the ice to her teammate. She gets it. Cycles around. Nuna gets the return pass. As a little bit 4-on-4 action going on. Both teams with penalized players in the box. Rush player returns to the ice. They are now on a power play for 28 seconds. Rush, Sarin. Bluin trying to track it down in the corner. Under the tight checking of the Heat. It's unable to pick it up. Dropped off. The Heat coming out of the zone. Little scrammy play here at center. Bluin. Sarin calls for it. Can't quite corral it. We have Carly Butts heading up the ice to Benson. Riley Benson, number 20. Just dumps it in. Didn't want to lose possession in the neutral zone. Rush on their way out. Passes up to Burrows. Burrows off to McTaggart. McTaggart puts it down. Conrad tries to come around that corner for that wraparound. Not a lot of room to do that. You must go really wide in Ringette to get that ring in on a wraparound attempt as the crease. This takes up a lot of space out there.
Your best bet is almost to rebound the ring off the goalie's skates in that sense.
Some players do that well. Hard checking by that rush triangle. Looking to answer that last Saskatchewan goal to get back within one.
It's still a very close game. Only 5-3 for the Saskatchewan Heat over the Edmonton Rush.
Linkletter, number 7, picks it up, puts it down the left side boards to Benson. Benson with it. Heat are in a bit of a change, so Benson's just going to slow things down. Standish along the boards, gets away from that checker. Another one. Scores! Eludes 2 checkers out of the corner, does a little spin move and backhand flip past the goalie, who anticipated her going cross ice with it still, stops up short and puts it by Willard to make it a 6-3 Heat lead. You see in the replay, Willard's a little, thought she should have had that one.
Key moment in the game now, only 3 goals difference. This could be the point where Saskatchewan pulls away or Edmonton steps up and makes this a 2-goal game. But we've seen comebacks and 3 goals multiple times. It's not uncommon in Ringette.
Rush with the ring. Burrows, 21, dumps it in. Teammates cannot pick it up, applying some pressure on the forecheck. The Heat are able to get it out. Ryan with the ring, looking for someone to pass it, does the safe dump into the corner, so team gains control. That's Munich, sorry, Schoenhofen in the corner. Gets a return pass, fires it home to the goalkeeper who was waiting for it and kicks it right out. Dumping by the Rush, picked up by the Heat. Heat looking to move it out. Get it up ice really quick. Carter looking for that streaking player. Gets it to Ryan. Ryan doing her best to evade the attackers. Nice pass. Oh, unable to finish. Rings bouncing around in there like a jumping bean. But it settles down in the crease.
That seems to be the net all weekend long. That's a post net. Haven't seen that on the right side of the rink, but it's always a left net. But some great effort there by the Heat. Edmonton's defensive triangle seems to be pushing out quite a bit, and that can add a lot more pressure to the offensive players, but it also can leave someone more open in front of the net. So just another strategy, just another way to defend.
Linkletter with the free pass. Dumps it off to her teammate McRae. McRae's winding around, getting some speed. Looking for that dump pass to the triangle, but it's stopped by the Rush. Rush take it up ice, unable to control it. There we had a really close play in the blue line. Blown down for being carried over. That is a blue line violation.
We've seen some really strong effort from Edmonton this game. Despite having a little bit of a shorter bench, energy levels are up. Last game of the weekend.
Scar loses it. Up the ice. Here comes McRae. Herbert, number 44 for the Rush, looking for a good shooting position. Does get a shot away, but that is stopped by Cozen. Cross ice pass. Here come the Heat. It's McRae Waiting for her teammates to get off the bench on the line change. Misfires on that pass. Defender from Edmonton able to pick it up. However, in trying to avoid the check, ends up entering the crease. Free pass, rush. We're in the left free pass circle where we see Benson's about to take it. Saskatchewan generally passes it off on these. Maybe we'll see a shot off this one. Nope, just dishes it off to the corner, a little bit back pass. Gets it back through traffic. Colin Willard tracks that down. Rush trying to get it out into the attacking zone. They do. Picked up by 22 Bluin. Ring trickles down to Cozen, quickly out. Standish looking for an opening player. Goes across the B-Len, looking to get through the triangle, to no avail. Good defense by the Rush. Bluin. Sarin tries to go through the checkers, doesn't work. Quick up by the Heat, looking for that quick break.
It takes a lot of speed and strength to break through the triangle in the National Ringette League because all these girls are so talented and they're expecting it too. They don't want anyone breaking into those triangles.
Wiping to Schoenhofen. Schoenhofen across the Carter. Fires it wide. Schoenhofen back on it. Shoots it on for a reset. They get it, but the rebound is corralled. We're approaching the last minute of the first half of this game. Stay tuned at halftime for our rinkside player interview with Tegan, which she'll be setting up shortly, so stay tuned for that. Under a minute to go, 6-3. Shot clock winding down. Cozen sends it back to her defender. Schoenhofen can't quite get it, but Carter does. Carter up to Ryan. Saskatchewan looking for one more tally before the end of the period. Just settling things down. Ryan gets it. Mid slot. Scores in the danger zone. No chance for the goalkeeper Willard on that one, as it becomes 7-3 with just 22.1 seconds left in the second period. So 7 goals in the first period, not quite as many this period, but we're up to 10 goals already in this game. And we're just about halfway there. So if you like offense, this is a game for you. However, having said that, we've had a couple of great saves by the Edmonton Rush goalkeeper. The one trapper save was highlight reel for sure. Penalty coming up to end the game to Rush. We'll get one last shot by the Heat, trying to take advantage of that 4-on-3 situation. Willard shuts the door, and with 5.5 seconds left, the Heat will get one last chance to put it in the net. With this little time left, I'm wondering if they decide to take a shot right off the free pass, as there's not a lot of time to get a pass off to a teammate. If there's a misfire on the pass, time runs out. So I'm thinking Carter's going to just grip it and rip it. No, she tries the pass. Proves me wrong. That's happened once or twice before. The ring is tipped away to the corner to end the period. So to start the third period, the Saskatchewan Heat will be on a power play for 1 minute and 55 seconds. We'll see what transpires in periods 3 and 4 of this NRL action from Winnipeg and the Seven Oaks Sports Complex. Game 6 of our broadcast weekend. 6 games out of a possible 8 games total. The Rush are heading off the ice, followed by the officials, and we see the Heat to my right heading off on the far end. We're just waiting for Tegan to nab a player to interview. We see the score on the board right now. It is 7-3, Saskatchewan Heat, Edmonton Rush 3. Here we can see some replays from the first half. These are some great goals being scored here. The good goal scorers love to see that twine tickle in the back and see that bend in it. They know it's a hard shot when that happens. Next door in the red rink here at Seven Oaks Sportsplex, we have the blue rink and the red rink. It's happening now. It's BC Thunder and the Manitoba Herd. That game has started. Right now, I see the score is tied up at 1, and they're in the second period. So that's a close game on that side. It was a close game to start with this morning, and then the Thunder took over near the end of the game. So we see that Manitoba's coming back with a stronger effort here. Here we go. That's the save we're talking about. Just runs out of real estate on that one as the player cannot go into the crease with a stick in the ring. That one almost snuck through. And I see we're almost ready. Once these replays are going, we're going to send it downstairs to Tegan. Once the replays are finished, Tegan's standing with a player from the Edmonton Rush. So once we are finished with the replays, I will send it down to you, Tegan. Lots of goals that period, so we have lots of replays. And we'll be taking it down to Tegan for our mid-game interview. Tegan, take it away.
Still a fairly close game right now. How are you guys feeling?
I mean, we're feeling good. Compared to our game this morning, we are having a lot more grit in us and a lot more energy, so we love to see it. It's a progression year for us, so to see these close games and to see us just pushing through the entire game, we love to see it, and just that hard work coming through and paying off.
We see a lot of heart from your team. Despite not having a win yet this season, we see you guys playing hard. There's smiles on the bench.
Yeah.
How do you keep the spirits up?
We just, I don't know, we just kind of keep the vibe going. We look at the little things. Like, yes, the scoreboard might not be on our side, but we look at the little things. Like, someone just made a really good pass or someone fought really hard for that ring, and we just keep that, and it just uplifts us, and it makes us so energized on the bench, and it just keeps us going.
And this game is far from over. What do you think the pep talk is going to be at halftime?
I think it's going to be a lot of we just got to keep pushing. I think we're playing great right now. There's always things that we can critique, but I think it'll just be we got to keep going and keep pushing and just let the game predict itself.
All right, well, thank you for your time and good luck.
Thank you.
Miles?
Thank you, Tegan and Katie. Appreciate that. I like the word grit that she used there. Please stand by for some words from our sponsor. Again, 7-3 Saskatchewan Heat over the Edmonton Rush here at halftime at the Seven Oaks Sports Complex in Winnipeg, Manitoba. to the Seven Oaks Sports Complex for the NRL Winnipeg Hub. The score in this game right now is Saskatchewan Heat 7, Edmonton Rush 3. We're looking forward to the second half of this game, periods 3 and 4. In about 5 minutes, the Zamboni will be done. So please stay tuned, refill your beverage, get a snack. Stay tuned for a commercial, and we hope to see you back on the other side of the words from our sponsor.
They're just superhumans, and they come from a humble background.
Seeing my sisters make big teams, it made me realize even though we're from this little province, you can make your dreams come true if you work hard.
They just love the game so much.
8 seconds remaining. Snowden with a shot.
This past season, the two of them scored 97 and 96 points each. That's in 24 games.
My earliest memory of Ringette is my dad making an outdoor rink in the backyard.
Our older sisters did not go easy on us. There was no mercy in our family.
She knows what I'm capable of. I know what she's capable of.
So they've always been really close. Moncton sisters ready to take on Ringette World.
All right, in. This is the game we came here to play, guys.
They said that if she got another concussion, she'd never be able to play Ringette again.
Oh, nice break.
I'm always scared they don't get hurt.
When we first started the Atlantic Attack, we were at the bottom of the barrel. Now we can actually compete.
People sacrifice a lot for the sport.
I am just realizing now everything that they had to go through in order for us to just play a simple game.
I love you! It's always been about togetherness.
You said it once and you said it before, them Snowdens are not too bad Ringette players.
All very, very good players. All spend a lot of time at the rink. I know that these younger girls have spent a lot of time watching their older sisters play, and it's fun to watch them in a very nice family.
Welcome back to Winnipeg, Seven Oaks Arena for Day 2 of Winnipeg's National Ringette League Hub Tournament. Right now, all 4 teams are playing the last 2 games of the weekend. Right now, we're watching the Edmonton Rush and the Saskatchewan Heat. Right now, Saskatchewan is up 7-3. We still have 2 more periods to go after this ice clean. Just next door, Manitoba is playing BC. BC won this morning's game between those two, but right now it's currently 1-1, so it looks like a very tight game next door. We're seeing lots of talent and lots of high-level games this weekend. Some beautiful goals, some fast-paced action. I'm Tegan Rasha alongside Miles Blatt.
Yes, lots of action, a lot of offense. With that offense, we had a sparkling save this game by Woolard, the Rush goalkeeper, opening up the trapper, denying Saskatchewan from extending their lead further. It was by far the highlight reel save of the weekend.
It was just gorgeous. And as a player, when you see that open net and you get that cross-crease pass or that one-time opportunity, in your mind you're thinking, I've got this, it's a shoo-in. And when the goalie reaches, you have to respect some talent like that.
For sure. It was applaud good plays by either team. When you're on the ice, you may not like the other team making a good play, but all you can do is say, hey, nice play.
And this Edmonton team, we've talked about it all weekend, they're playing with a lot of heart. They have yet to have a win this season so far, and it's been a few months in, so they're still looking to get into that win column. But despite all that, they are smiling on the bench. They are playing with heart. They don't have 3 full lines. It looks like they're playing a little bit short, so might be a little more tired than some of the other teams, but you would never know. And speaking at halftime to Katie Deryanka, she has 2 goals so far at this game. She says they're playing with grit, and she understands that the team is building. This is a long-term process for them. Starting off, a lot of rookies on this team, a lot of growth to do, but if they can grow together, imagine the team we're going to have next year and for the years after.
I think Katie used the word progression in her conversation with you, Tegan. And yeah, as you mentioned, a lot of rookies, only 3 veteran players on the squad, so a lot of newcomers to the NRL, and it's a whole different level stepping up from the U18 AA up into the NRL caliber. So the skill level, the speed, the strategy, the strength, all that comes into play. These girls are learning that right now, or these young women are learning about that right now, and it only bodes well for the future if they keep that grit up, as Katie mentioned.
And most of these girls look like they're from the Edmonton area too, so I'm sure a lot of them have a long history of playing together.
Zamboni is just leaving the ice. I see the officials are waiting by the open gate. We have teams getting ready to enter to the ice to start the third period. We will have the Rush with a player in the penalty box, so the Heat will start with a power play.
And having this long break between the 4 periods can be pros and cons. It is a while to sit down as you wait for the Zamboni to clean the ice, but also can make the second half feel like a brand new game. Your team can reconvene, you can talk about strategy, and knowing you still have 26 minutes of play, that's significant. A lot can happen.
For sure. This weekend we've had good crowds in the stands, especially when the home Manitoba Herd were playing. This game in front of us right now, kind of sparse. I'm sure a few families and friends here, but we do have the teams from Saskatchewan and from Edmonton. Edmonton's a little far, but once the period starts back up, the Saskatchewan fans will trickle in. I've seen quite a few of the green-clad fans from the Heat, so they always travel well to support their team.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them drove here too, so quite a trek from Saskatchewan, whether they're coming from Regina or Saskatoon. Talking to some players this weekend is half the team is in the Regina area, half in Saskatoon, so you have a province-wide team that manages to meet up and still build that chemistry despite not all living together.
And as they head home after the game, if they're driving back, we wish them a safe drive, as that stretch of highway between the Saskatchewan-Manitoba border all the way to Regina has been closed often over the last few days for blowing snow conditions. We know that there was a blizzard warning out, an orange blizzard warning out for much of southern Manitoba, so we hope that clears and they can have safe passages home. The ring is placed. We're just awaiting the teams to get settled in their benches.
Looks like we have the shots updated on the scoreboard. Saskatchewan with 18 shots on net and Edmonton with 17, so pretty even. Edmonton just looking to get a few more of those shots behind the goaltender.
The lead official is looking to clear things off. We're waiting for the all clear. There it is. There's the whistle, and we're off. Start of period 3 here of the NRL action at the Seven Oaks Sportsplex in Winnipeg, Manitoba. The game between the Saskatchewan Heat and the Edmonton Rush, currently being led by the Heat 7-3. Heat are on a power play. Have possession of the ring, down in the zone. Ryan tried to get over to Schoenhofen, who just misfired on that. Rush get the ring up. Saskatchewan are on it quickly, turning it back over. Looking for a streaking player into the zone. Here comes Schoenhofen. Into the top of the slot, fires, kicked away. Another shot and save. Couple quick shots by Schoenhofen on that one. Comes Herbert to Duranka, our interviewee at halftime. Gets it up. Scar. The pass into the corner over to Schoenhofen. Line change on the go. Saskatchewan cycling around the net, bringing it up on the right side of the rink. Yernick, 79. He's looking for the dump into the middle. She gets it. Not quite in to number 7, Linkletter. Just misses. Saskatchewan applying lots of forechecking pressure. Two skaters on the Rush defender who's unable to clear that. They maintain possession. Linkletter gets it across. Back to Yernick. Yernick back to Linkletter. A little bit soccer action going on there with the ring. Over to McRae, wide open. Sails it just high. Shakes her head in a little bit of disgust that she had that top corner, just couldn't quite bury it. But McRae back on the ring, looking to do that again. But this time a little lower.
Well, this is the point in the weekend where these girls have to dig deep. It's the last game of a 4-game weekend. These games are long. It's tiring. It's exhausting. This is when it matters, though.
Herbert one-on-one with Yernick, makes a nice move. Can't beat Kozen. Kozen stands tall in the pipes. Heat bringing up Scar. He's having a strong game. In control of the ring. Gets it up. Yernick. Yernick down to McRae. That line's been out for a while. I'm sure they'll be looking to change. Benson controlling it. Fires it on net. Rebound is controlled in the crease. Goalkeeper has it. Wooler dishes it off to her defense partner. Sarin having some trouble getting the ring out. Play along the boards. Boykin up to McRae. Blue line violation. Play whistle down. 9:42 left in the third period.
It's always better to go for it when you're in question of if the ring's on the line or not. Better to get that whistle than to not know.
That's right. Keep your speed up. Go full tilt. You're going to get some. You're not going to get some, so take your pick. Herbert with it. Nice pickup. Loses an edge on the freshly cleaned ice. Nice little back pass from Standish. Standish to Benson. Cycling around. Have to be careful when you get close to that free play line as a player that you don't go over it so you can get checked, and as a defender on the other side of it, you don't want to be reaching over to make a check, because if you do and the player loses control of the play, you affect the play, you'll be in the box for 2 minutes for delay of game. So sometimes you see that happening. The forwards on the outside of the line on the defending team get a little anxious and check over that line. If they impede the play, that's 2 minutes. Herbert and Conrad fighting for the ring with 3 Heat players. Heat get it up. McTaggart dumps it across the ice. Intercepted by Scar. Standish across the ice. Misfire pass into the middle. Ryan on it. Number 93 for the Heat. Gets it number 2, Schoenhofen.
Saskatchewan doing a good job keeping possession in Edmonton's zone. Not going for a lot of shots like we saw earlier. Trying to keep possession, make sure Edmonton has limited opportunities to get their own goals.
Even though we have 21 minutes left in this game, 8 minutes in this period, 13 in the next, Saskatchewan doesn't appear to be in any rush to get the shots on net. Ryan tries that long lead pass, just misses. Heat back on the ring. Schoenhofen, little dish pass over to McRae. Didn't quite connect. We had a little tap-in attempt. However, ring was still in the crease when it was tapped in. No goal.
A much quieter period than what we saw in the first half. No goals quite yet.
Carter lost her edge, trying to stop that ring. Up come the rush. Chance to score. Good play by number 9, Boykin, to get her stick in the way of that ring and helping deflect it over the net. So our goalkeeper, Kozin, did not have to make a difficult save. Kozin there makes a difficult save, directing that one to the corner. Rush have picked up the pace here a little bit. Trying to break through that triangle. It was Chettleborough, unable to do so. Sarin on the ring. She cycles around. Little drop pass. Fires it just wide.
That was a great move. She really pulled the centerman out of position, leaving her forward wide open.
Here we have the Heat. We have Yernick, dumps it in. Dumps it into McRae. McRae to Yernick. Yernick cycling. Rush break that up. Nice pass up to center. Great pickup by number 16, Forrester. being hounded by Butts in the neutral zone. Hurd intercept. Sorry, the Heat intercept. McCray number 8 dumped that in. Linklater can't play that one as she touched it on the one side of the blue line. However, now she can and she does. Linklater picks it up. Nice little spin move around the defender. It's down in for Yernick. Yernick happy to control it on the side. Looking for that good shot. Benson, number 20. Looking around. Benson's got it. Shoots for the reset. No rebound. It's right behind Hall. Not sure where it is. She took a quick peek behind her. It was out of her pads. Far away from the goal line. No need to worry.
As a goaltender, you would absolutely hate for that goal or that ring to happen when you stand up because you're not sure where the ring is. Sometimes it's better to be safe, give the other team that free pass in your end, and then try and clear it versus trying to fight back from a goal.
Just stay put. So number 4, Beeland dished off that free pass. Cycles back in. Takes the return pass. In on for a shot. The Heat applying some forechecking pressure. Intercept the clearing attempt. However, the Rush are able to get it out. Dumped in. Strong play by the Rush defender. Benson looking for some space. Working through the triangle. Back through the legs. A nifty little shot there. Couldn't make it the goal. That would have been a highlight reel goal for sure.
Granson Woolard is having a great game right now. She's making a ton of great saves, even at the end of this long weekend.
That's Beeland. Settling things down for the Heat. Moves through that triangle, gets a shot off. Granson Woolard with a lot of action this last couple minutes for the Rush. Riley Benson in the corner. Number 293, Ryan. Ryan cycles behind the net. Looking for the ever dangerous Shane Hofen in front of the net. Back to Ryan, gets a return, backhand pass. Almost deflected in by the Rush player, but not on purpose. It just in the wrong place, the wrong time, but the goalkeeper was there to bail her out. Rush dump it out to the neutral zone. Forced unable to pick it up. Carly Butts picks it up at center for the Heat. Down into the corner for control. 93 Ryan on top of it quickly. Slowed things down, unable to get that pass to work. The Rush pick it up. Being checked by the Heat. The Heat turn it over. Out in front, score! Some tenacious forechecking by the Heat resulted a pass out from the corner to number 93 Ryan, and make no mistake, Ryan does. In the net it goes.
She had a hat trick earlier this morning when they played Edmonton, and this is her first goal of this game and first goal of the period. It's been a little quieter. 10 minutes in, we're finally getting that first point. She's extending her team's lead now, 8-5 for the Heat.
With her points this morning, she's moving up the list of the point leaders in the NRL, coming into the game at 22nd position. We'll see where she sits at the end of this. You can check that all out on the website, NRL website. Great place for information for upcoming games, for scores, for merchandise from your favorite team. So check out the NRL website. Saskatchewan once again in the attacking zone. With that last goal, the Heat make the score 8-3. Try to sneak that one short side. However, Granson Woolard was having none of that. So all over that. Bounce pass. Rush unable to pick it up. Sometimes those bounce passes are nice. It takes a little bit of steam off, makes it easier to pick up the ring. I'd imagine as a player you like those sometimes as they're coming in hard.
Yeah, it is always nice. Sometimes when they're fired at you, it is tough. And when you miss a ring, it can create a turnover. So catching those rings and being precise is very key in this game.
A little misstep there. It was the Heat player try to get through the triangle. Down to him. Rush able to clear it up the ice. Sarin battling for it. Gets the ring behind. Starts the cycle. Rush would like to get 1 goal here. I think we had a penalty there to the free play line. Sarin kind of stepped on it and lost her footing.
Well, the Rush already have more goals than they had this morning when they played Saskatchewan this morning. They got 2. Right now they're at 3.
Some tight checking in the neutral zone. Linkletter had it. Lost it. Up come the Rush. Rush down in the corner with it. Scores! The Rush get that goal they were looking for.
That one scored by number 98, Hadley Gunther.
Score now. Saskatchewan Rush 8. Saskatchewan Heat 8. Edmonton Rush 4. 4-goal deficit in the last minute of this third period.
No, this is great for Edmonton, getting more goals than they have all weekend. 4 right now. And all by a bunch of different players too.
Heat was looking to answer that quickly, was broken up. Voikin on the ring, gets it up quickly. That shot just sailed a bit wide by Megan. Sorry, it's just sailed a little bit wide by Riley Benson. Rush goalkeeper was able to get a piece of it.
Edmonton goal scored by number 98, Hadley Gunther. Assisted by number 6.
Voikin looking for some space, finding none, tries a shot, looking for the reset, but they end up with that. Taylor Stanish was able to get that. However, the rebound was picked up by Edmonton, and down the ice it went. Edmonton unable to play the ring as it was passed over 2 lines. That ends our period. So after 3 periods of play, we have the Saskatchewan Heat 8, the Edmonton Rush 4. 1 minute break now between periods 3 and 4 for the teams to regroup. Tegan, the Rush, you know, they're in this game. They're even though them by 4 goals. Like we said, the word used by earlier, grit. They're showing that.
Yeah, this is still a very great game to watch. There's lots of high-level talent here. We're seeing the ring move pretty well, even at the end of a long weekend. This is the game 4 of 4 for both these teams, a rematch from this morning. So this is the moment in the weekend that the exhaustion might hit. They're going to be tired. Edmonton has slightly less than 3 lines, so a little tiring for them. But if we look at some replays now, you wouldn't even know. These girls are in great shape. They're still playing well. And playing smart is very important at this moment. Making those smart passes, even as your legs are a little bit tired, you can always focus on precision. A lot of one-timer actions too, and some patience, creating some great opportunities for both teams.
As you mentioned, as it's the 4th game of the weekend for the team, I'm assuming that the Heat aren't going to be in any kind of rush to, no pun intended there, but the Heat aren't going to be in any kind of rush to take shots on net. They're going to work that 30-second clock, trying to take it down to under 10, under 5 if possible, before they get a shot. Looking for good looks.
So here in Winnipeg, we have another game going on at the exact same time at this hub. Manitoba and BC are playing on 1 rink over. It's currently 1-1, so a very tight game between those two. BC has been undefeated this weekend, so looking to have a 4-0 weekend, but Manitoba clearly putting on that pressure.
For sure, we see the Heat are lined up, ready to go. Rush are getting set up on their end. So to my right, we have goalkeeper Holly Kozen with the Saskatchewan Heat. 4-year veteran of this team. Played on Team Canada junior team in 2022 from Buffalo Plains. There's the whistle, and we're off. Period 4 of NRL Ringette action from the Winnipeg NRL Hub. Scores! Just like in the first period. We have a quick goal to start a period by the Rush, making the score 8-5.
Looks like that goal was scored by number 77 at Nola Conrad, a rookie on this team,
who played her youth ringette in Red Deer, Alberta.
Now, anything can happen in these NRL games. We're now only in the 3-goal game, and we still have just under 13 minutes to go. So Heat's got to stay on the ball to keep their lead.
Maybe my prediction of first team to 10 is going to come true.
Yeah, a lot of goals in this game, Miles.
Albert gets the ring back, dumps it up, it's into Carter. Carter for the Heat. Moving around, it's to Schoenhofen. Looking to create some space from the defender. Works it around behind the net. Settle things down. Runs out of real estate. Great check. The falling down rush player tried to recover. In doing so, is going to end up taking a penalty. 4-on-3 action. We'll see if they're able to make good. Yes, they are. Make good on the 4-on-3 action. That was number 93, I believe, who picked that one up. We'll just see if she goes by the bench for the hand taps.
That's Madison Ryan's second goal of this game. She had a hat trick earlier this morning, so safe to say I think she's on fire today.
She started that play on the far side by a great back check and then ended up drawing a penalty, which is called but not assessed, as the referee just signals a trip. That's a new rule in Ringette Canada rules this year, is that penalties are still assessed even though a goal is scored on it. They're not served, but if a player receives 10 minutes in penalties in a game, they're ejected from the game, so those penalties minutes would count to that. So that's why they are being assessed that way. Trickles through. 2 quick goals by the Heat make it 10-5. I'm sure that's one that Granson Woolard would like back, as it just kind of snuck under the pad.
That one's from defender Sam Scar. This is her second of the game. She had 2 earlier, so a defense that really likes to produce, getting on that goal sheet. We talked about this earlier. They must have some plays with their defenders, because we see some nods and we see those D get quite a few opportunities from the Heat.
It's her 5th year with the NRL. So a little bit of experience starting to show as she can find the openings to move up from defense to make some good attacks. Well, after making 8-5, the Rush was looking to get back into the game. The Heat kind of put a damper on that. A couple quick goals of their own. Boykin gets the ring up in the neutral zone. Benson cycles back, gets the Butts. Butts who dumps it in deep into the corner. Here we see the Heat now controlling the ring. Well, we're trying to control the ring. A little misfire there. I think Boykin took a look up thinking she was going with it and had the ring, but when she looked down, it wasn't there. Good pickup by Carly Butts. And ran out a bit of room against the boards, but she still maintained possession of the ring. Gets it into the neutral zone. Heat stop up. Back pass. Dumped in deep. The Heat get a reset.
I think there's a lot of positive takeaways for Edmonton to take away from this weekend, but also this game. You know, the game that they should be the most tired for, they have 5 goals. Only one other time this year they got more goals than that. That was back in December against the Thunder. They got 6 goals. So a nice way to cap off the weekend. Playing hard, working on that progression, like what we heard from Katie at halftime.
Here we see the Heat just content to work the clock. Benson on the side. Not in any hurry to do so. We'll see if the Rush decide to put 2 on to force the play, as they definitely need the ring back quickly to get back in this game to score 5 goals. Stanish behind the net looking for the reset. Got it just in time, even though the buzzer went off. It did hit the goalie. That does happen sometimes when the clock is running down to 1. Shot clock operator will wait for a signal from the official if they're not sure. And if they don't get it, it'll buzz. In that case, the referee determined that the ring had contacted the goalie and stayed in the crease before the clock expired. So that's why Saskatchewan regained possession of the ring. Granson Woolard unable to find an open teammate. 5-second violation. Heat ring.
Yeah, A fresh set of legs from both teams now, hoping to set up some good plays and some strong defensive fresh legs as well.
And Tegan, what position do you generally play when you're on the ice?
I'm a center or forward?
Center or forward. Defense every once in a while? Not really.
Not really.
No?
No, I like to score some goals.
There you go. So not a goaltender.
Never. Sure, my parents could tell you some funny stories about my goalie experience.
Carter with the ring. Lays it back for Schoenhofen. Tries a shot. Turned away. Across the Carter in the top of the triangle. It's blocked by the Rush defenders. Good job.
Now, despite this 5-goal lead, Saskatchewan's still trying to get some more goals. They are playing possessive, but also trying to set up some players, just like that one.
There, you nice little backhand flip into the back. We now have an 11-5 score. That goal.
Jenna Carter.
Scored by Jenna Carter. That name's been on the score sheet a few times this weekend.
Yes, this is her second of today. 2 goals this morning as well.
Just natural, just nice and easy. No panic, no pressure. Little nice backhand. The longer stick and the nice leverage on that lifts it up in a hurry, and it's in the back net before the goalie could even react. So with just over 8 minutes remaining in the game, we have an 11-5 score. Saskatchewan Heat over the Edmonton Rush. Heat with possession. Since the start of this period, not much action down in our Saskatchewan defending zone. The quick goal off the start for the Rush, but after that, not much else. Give credit to Saskatchewan for getting control of the ring in the attacking zone and having it stay there. We do have the Rush on attack now, hoping to change that. Shot goes off. Goes in.
Great rebound opportunity there for Edmonton, and they retain possession.
Shuttleborough with it. Heads into that zone where between the free play and the blue line where there's lots of traffic. Loses it. Vulcan number 9. Here next 79. It's never good to go into traffic. Rush on it. 21 Burrows brings it up, looking for a teammate. Some aggressive checking by Saskatchewan. Number 8 McCrae. Gonna see her sit down for 2-minute rest in the penalty box. 2 minutes for body contact.
It's been quiet with penalties the last period or so. Even as these girls get maybe a little more tired playing their 4th game of this weekend, they're still playing clean.
Yeah, it's been clean, Ringette. The penalties have all been a result of hard, aggressive plays. Nothing I would say considered dirty, if you want to use that word. They've been some great Ringette displayed sportsmanship as well. Even seen the odd player checking on a player who might have been, they might have, heard as they went by in the course of the game. So great to see that sportsmanship in this sport. A lot of these girls having played each other on the junior national team or the national team, and with players from around the country playing on these teams, not just their own province. Some of them being, teammates or competitors in their own province. Now they're together.
With 14 to 25 years of Ringette experience, these girls have history, a lot of history.
Forrester coming in for the Rush, trying to get one for them. Bluen puts it up over the net. That ring bounced up, which could have been problematic, but it settled down outside the crease. Rolls into Kozen, who picks it up. Now under 6 minutes remaining in this 4th period. And Curly Butts spinning around, looking for a pass. Turned it over. He had a violation there. Second control. So Saskatchewan team had the ring, lost it to Edmonton. Edmonton picked it up, and then the Saskatchewan player made a good check back. Immovable ring became Saskatchewan ring. 5:52 left, an 11-5 game for the Saskatchewan Heat.
Looks like Edmonton is playing man on, even with this center pass free ring. trying to put a lot of pressure on Saskatchewan and get those turnovers. It looks like it's already in their favor.
Intercepts the ring. It's coming down. Back to Saskatchewan. The fast skating Benson on the ring, dumps it down into the corner. Here we see Scar, Standish off to Scar. Scar's been on the score sheet a couple times. I believe he said she had 2 goals this game. She's probably looking for a third. Like we said, always good to get a Hattie. Deflected in right off the crease line, not in the crease. Referee right on the line, points a goal. It's in for goal number 12 for the Saskatchewan Heat.
Very uneventful goal too. Not a lot of celebrations on that one.
No, again, this is a bit of sportsmanship. When you're up that much of a lead, you know, it sort of seems to be rubbing things in, and you don't want to be that team that does that because of some bad feelings. So it's good to see that Saskatchewan is saying, yeah, we've got this one. Let's just play it out and head home with the victory as they try and play this last 5 minutes without giving up 7 goals, which that would be quite the comeback from the Rush. That would be the highlight of the weekend if that were to happen. Blew in with it, dumps it back. That shot from the far side sails wide. Blew in again, top of the triangle. Heads that into the congestion zone. Had to make a quick play before getting checked. Plays along the boards. Forrester gets it. Sarin takes a shot as she's falling down. Didn't miss by much. There's Stephanie Bluen. Again, another rookie on this team, as many of the players in the Rush are. Goalkeeper ring turned over on second control. Bozen drops that off behind the net. Ring is smartly moved out to Carter. Carter, number 6, crosses the logo at center ice. Spins back, not in any rush, just looking for the good safe pass. Looking for the long dump in for control. Deflect off the Rush player. Blown down as the ring was caught up underneath the Rush player who was down on the ice. No need for anybody to get stabbed with a stick looking for a ring when it's down on the ice like that. Safety first. 3:45 left here in the 4th period. 12-5 Saskatchewan looking to close this one out. Carter with the ring. Dumps out for Schoenhofen, who's coming in with some speed. Across. Nice chance. However, Schoenhofen fell into the crease after she passed it off, so even if the ring had gone in, it would have been called off. There's Dorenka with a little back pass. Gets put up. Fight forward in the corner. Out comes the Heat. Heat looking for it. Here we have a breakaway. Schoenhofen number 2. Dipsy Doodle in the back of the net. It goes for another goal for number 2, Schoenhofen. One of the leading scorers on the Saskatchewan team, making it 13. Baker's dozen for the Heat.
There a little replay action here. See a nice deep on the left side.
And if 12 wasn't enough, I think 13 is definitely going to be enough for the Heat today.
Lucky number 13 today, hey?
Lucky 13. Basketball number from high school. That's going back many years. Many, many years. Goalkeeper ring. Cozen hasn't been tested all that often. She's made some good saves. The goals that have been scored have been some good shots by the Rush. Okay. With the ring. The Heat with the ring in the corner. The Rush up on the play. Linkletter can't handle that pass across. Voikin.
Saskatchewan starting to kill time now by holding on to the ring, waiting for Edmonton to kind of come to them.
Goalkeeper ring. Last under 2 minutes remaining in this game. Rush looking to get another one to their tally. A 6th spot on the board would be nice. Sarin comes in off the right side. Tries to drive the triangle. A 4 in violation for the Rush. Edmonton Rush had 4 players in the attacking zone. That's not allowed unless their goalkeeper is off the ice, which she's not, being down 13-5.
It's hard to break into that triangle at this level because these girls are all so strong and fast, but if you have that extra speed and that extra strength, sometimes you're able to get through.
And a lot of times the players go crashing through and their stick gets checked, they've got a lot of pressure on it and down they go. There's a lot of coaches, fans, players maybe thinking that's a penalty, but because all that pressure's on the stick and the check is made in the lower third of the stick where you can check and ring it, that sometimes causes the player to go tipsy-toodle over and away you go. No penalty. Looks really bad and sometimes there's some injuries. Unfortunately, we don't want to see that, but they're going hard. They're doing what they can to get through. And down they go, so. Under a minute remaining in this game. We thank you for joining us this weekend. Please stay with us till after the game as Tegan will be doing a post-game interview with a player from the winning Saskatchewan Heat. I think I'm safe to say that now. I can make that call. The Heat with the ring. Up to Carly Butts, captain on the team. The Heat with the ring, looking to end this game off. There are 20 seconds left. They'll take one more shot to get a reset on the clock. Ring sits in the crease, settles down. Goalkeeper is going to throw it out. And the countdown begins from our weekend here at the NRL Hub in Winnipeg from the Seven Oaks Sportsplex. Butts is just going to wind it up. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A final today, 13-5 for the Saskatchewan Heat over the Edmonton Rush. A very successful weekend for the Heat. The Rush, still looking for that elusive first victory of the season, showed a lot of grit and progression this weekend, as was mentioned by their player at halftime, Katie Darinka. So we wish them well the rest of the season, and hopefully they can find that win column one of these days soon. For the Heat, they're continuing to build and having some extra goals scored this game always comes in handy. You didn't need all that many, but you're never going to say no. Final score, Saskatchewan Heat 13, Edmonton Rush 5. We are just waiting for our interview at halftime. There are a few more hubs coming up this weekend, or sorry, not this weekend, this season for the NRL in the West and the East. In the West will be one in British Columbia and one in Edmonton being hosted by the Rush that you just see on the ice right now. So we wish these teams success the rest of the season. We wish them safe travels home, as coming to these hubs takes a bit of travel and commitment by these players, but we wish them well. Little nicer trip home for the Heat with those 2 victories to end it up today. Coaches are going over and shaking hands with our officials. Players are leaving the ice. So, Seven Oaks Sportsplex, great host this weekend. I'd like to thank them for hosting us. Also, again, to the Manitoba Herd for their hosting the Hub weekend, and to our officials who were on the ice. We had 4 officials for the games this weekend, so it's a lot of skating for them as well. With the 8 games, that's 16 official slots, so they did quite a few games apiece. Here are some highlights from this action we just witnessed. 13 twine ticklers by the Saskatchewan Heat this game, as they got the ring to cross the goal line 13 times. We're just awaiting our post-game interview, the last one. It's been a great weekend here, being your play-by-play commentator along with Tegan Rashin, who plays Ringette herself, continue to play Ringette in Winnipeg or in Manitoba. So it was great to do that, working with the team here in the booth and my camera people. Fantastic. Great opportunity. Nice goal by number 19. Picks that corner. She had a couple to that corner. Overpower the goalie on that. There's that highlight save. Flashing that mitt. There we go. Not going to beat me on that one. There was a good...
2 minutes.
All right, we are now ready downstairs with Tegan. Tegan, take it away.
Ava Linklater joins us now, and what a way to end the weekend. A huge win for you guys. How would you sum up this game?
Oh, it took every single one of us. Our defense, our scoring, our forwards. I don't know, it takes a whole team. And I think the Sask Heat really show that it takes every one of us. Helps when we stay out of the box.
Yeah, not a lot of penalties that game. Yeah. For your team, you had a great weekend too. 3-1, some strong goals from your whole entire team. How's the confidence now after this weekend?
Oh, it's great. We're really excited to go into BC Hub. We're feeling strong.
About halfway through the season now too. Nationals on the horizon. Well, how do you feel about where you're at right now in the season and where you want to go?
Oh, I think we're doing great. There's some stuff we need to clean up for sure, but a few more practices, a few more hubs, and we're ready.
Congratulations on a great weekend and good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
Miles.
Thanks, Tegan. All right, once again, thank you very much for joining us this weekend from the Seven Oaks Sportsplex. And for myself, Miles Blahad, and my partner, Tegan Rasha, we appreciate you watching this weekend. Hope you enjoyed Ringette. If you're first time watching and if you're a long-time fan, hope you enjoyed the great action. So again, from the Seven Oaks Sportsplex in Winnipeg, Manitoba, the NRL Hub weekend, thank you very much. That's a wrap.